Here we go. Man, electronics, baby. They will make you feel like you're a goddamn liar. Sorry, Lord Jesus. Here we go. Listen, guys. Welcome right back to Around Da Bloxxx with Mike Knoxxx. Part 2. Yes, guys, we had some technical difficulties, so we just decided to do this thing all over again. So, yes, we are live right now on Facebook. We are live also right now on YouTube, youtube.com/TheGameV1. Also, follow us on Twitter, wherever social media is sold, which is actually free. So, it's not hard. Hit the follow button. We'll follow you back at Mike Knoxxx. That's spelled with 3 X's because, frankly, you know, I know, she knows, and her friend and her other friend and her cousin, maybe your auntie or mama know that it's spelled with 3 X's because I am hardcore. And joining me today as we go around the blocks with Mike Knoxxx and Chris, the real Chris Platt. What's going on, Chris? How you doing, big guy?
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Mike, it is a pleasure to be here. I know we had a few hiccups and a few technical difficulties, but bear with us, folks. I mean, we literally just popped the trunk. My man Mike and I, we've been trying to get together and do something for a while, and the stars finally aligned. He threw up the Platt signal. I had to answer, and we're here. And I mean, hell, the beauty of life is its imperfection. So, you know, it is what it is.
So, being that the symbol was plastered up there, the Platt symbol came, you answered the signal that was called out there as Mike Knoxx's 3X is still shining like Superman, because I picture man over Batman. Don't tell me you're a Batman guy. Don't tell me you're a Batman guy or Superman. Don't tell me that. Are you the Batman guy?
I'm a Batman guy.
You're a Batman guy? I like it. 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 You know what? He's an alien. Okay? It's not human. All right? Shit.
He's still a white meat baby face.
Oh, he is. So what?
Yeah.
So what? All right. Well, leave him alone. All right. But, guys, welcome back, guys, Around the Blocks with Mike Knoxxx. Again, as we said, we had some technical difficulties getting this audio thing started, but we're here. We're back. We're going to give you our Raw review as it's supposed to be. It was, honestly, and technically speaking, the go-home show for Wrestlemania, which is in, 4 days? Right? We're Saturday? Sunday? Yeah. 4 days. 4 days. 5 days. But, guys, no WrestleMania, really. No crowd. No one's there. You can't see anybody. No one's in the building. The question has always been asked, and I got to ask you this as well, Chris. With this being the first WrestleMania, will be no one in the building. No one will be present physically, crowd-based. No 80,000 people there. No you, no I. No drinking whiskey together, as we should have been doing. You know, not my son being able to go to his first WrestleMania, you know. Having to do it again next year, hopefully, Lord given, in LA where I got to pay 3 times the amount. Yeah, I'm a little upset. You know, you had to pay for a hotel, but I didn't. I live here. Okay. All that being said, hashtag stay safe. We're in the house. What else you going to do? Okay. So I'm going to be watching WrestleMania this Saturday, despite it being an empty stadium. Are you still going to do your normal WrestleMania routine if you was to watch it from home?
Oh, of course, and we still gonna watch it because Mania is Mania. I mean, this whole situation has been a cluster, but it's still Mania, and like you said, there's nothing else to do. I mean, hell, Mike, last Sunday, I was watching on ESPN2 the National Cherry Seed Spitting Competition. So I'm clearly starving and thirsty for content. So yeah, I'm gonna watch, and I'm interested to see how they're gonna pull this thing off.
Well, we're gonna see how it starts. We need to see how it starts. Excited to see how it starts. I need to see this. But I will say this. Like I said, with there being nothing to do, with Raw last night taking place, starting off with Raw, again, going into this, again, we don't know what to expect, right? We don't know. We're knowing that Roman Reigns will not take part in this. We have heard rumors that The Miz, Asuka will not take part in this. So things having to be scrambled, having to be changed around, just things in general having to do things a different way. Again, having technical difficulties. One moment. It shouldn't be this way.
God. You still having difficulties? Because I heard me.
No, I hear you too, but for some reason on my studio end, it doesn't show you. Are you still live on Facebook? Do you see us live on Facebook?
Yeah.
We're still cooking and rolling with hot grease.
Yeah.
There's no pausing. Nothing else is going on.
No.
We're all good. All right, well, let's rock and roll then. So, again, with all this going on at this WrestleMania, you look at what's happening. You look at no one being there. You look at, Triple H coming out and making a decision to go forward with WrestleMania in this time, maybe more than any other time in the memory of people that we need to have put smiles on people's face right now. So we're choosing to carry on and try to be able to deliver with some smiles. And now I buy that. Am I buying that because I'm a wrestling fan from Triple H? Of course I am. I'm a Triple H guy. Okay. But with that being said, I said this in part 1 as we're doing part 2, that if you think the NBA, if they could really, really make LeBron go out there right now and do this, they would do it. The difference is that they have more power in the NBA as these independent contractors, okay, have here. So you're going to have your internet guys. You're going to have guys that say they shouldn't be doing this. They should stay at home as well. We have the hashtag stay at home. But if you've been tested, I'm quite sure, okay, and I'm just being honest here. They made some precautionary measures. And if you want to get paid, you're going to do it. Because everybody didn't drop off. Like, everybody didn't go to Saudi Arabia. Okay? Some people stayed, some people didn't go. You accepted that. So let's not get mad at these guys and the company for making them either do or not do the show. The show must go on. I'm happy the show's still going on. And I agree with Triple H on this one.
I mean, to keep it a buck, hindsight is always the best vision. And, with all the situations with the wrestlers having to pull out and whatnot, it probably was the best idea to cancel. But at the same point in time, I'm not going to eat WWE's lunch for this because we're all in uncharted territory. Like, none of us have been here before. I'm pretty sure there's not a whole lot of people alive that were around for the Black Plague. So we're all trying to figure this thing out together, individually and as a collective. And I'm happy to have something to watch, whether it's going to be good or bad. I'm hoping, worst case scenario, it's so bad that it's actually good. One of those types of things,
Hey, listen, I'm gonna say this much: I expect some bad. Okay, it's because it's bad anyway. Watching it because there is no crowd. But I'm gonna say this: being at WrestleMania and seeing some of the being at WrestleMania and not watching it at home, if you will, and seeing the special effects that they use on TV with like the 3D cameras and things like that, I because of that, I'm okay with this way. If they can pipe in, as we always talk about, right? If they can pipe in a studio, make a crowd. We don't know. It's recorded, right? It's. I don't think all of it's live, if any of it's going to be live. So if you could do something like that, I would laugh. But I would go, hey, you put a smile on my face, you did something. In this time where there is nothing to watch, nothing on my television, nothing to do, I'm okay with that.
So you want a laugh track, like you trying to turn WrestleMania into Growing Pains or Family Ties or something like that. Huh?
if the shoe fits, we must have quit. Okay?
I mean, yeah, touche.
I'm rocking. If they're rolling, as my wife would say, if you're rocking, I'm rolling. You know what I'm saying? That's me.
And I mean, there are some intriguing storylines going into this thing as well. I mean, I'm looking forward to the Edge and Randy Orton confrontation. I think that actually is the one match that could probably be better or is more well suited to have an empty arena. I'm thinking the Boiler Room Brawl in '96 in Cleveland. Shout out to the 216.
There you go.
I'm thinking about the halftime heat, the original halftime heat with Mankind versus Mick Foley. Those were both highly entertaining matches,
right?
Pre-recorded, and I think this Randy Orton and Edge match has it's a similar trajectory to that. So I'm most looking forward to that, and we'll see what they do, man. We got the Cena thing. Him and Bray are gonna do some weird, the Boneyard match. So we'll see what they come up with.
Well, see, you're talking what started the show, what entertained me in the show, and that match with AJ Styles and Undertaker. And I'm excited. Well, that's not fair to you to say that I'm excited, okay? I'm not excited. I'm intrigued, right? I want to see. I'm not entertained by seeing American Badass Taker. You say you don't think it's American Badass Taker, though.
No, that's not American Badass Taker. This is the third iteration of Taker. We went from the Dead Man to the American Badass, and now we got Wave Cap Taker. And I'm all here for Wave Cap Taker. I'm digging Wave Cap Taker. I guarantee he had a pack of Newports in his pocket as he was cutting that promo last night. And when he got done, he wouldn't fix somebody's carburetor out in his front lawn.
Now, first of all, you know damn well he ain't had no damn Newports. Okay? He had some Camels non-filter. Okay? No damn Newports. Oh, some Marlboro Reds. Straight Reds. Okay? He definitely is a red guy. Okay? So you're saying this is like Dead Man Biker. Biker Dead Man. That's what we got here. We got...
With the wave cap. You gotta remember the wave cap is very crucial to this, man, and the French braid.
They got the French braids. Hey, you in the back with those French braids. That's all I know. That's all I know right there. Again, I'm liking this. I'm looking forward to seeing this. I want to see Taker, AJ Styles. I know people are just saying, hey, these are spots for young guys, right? As I said this in part 1, as we're now refilming part 2, give me what you've always given me, WWE, and that's past, present, and future. Okay? That's wrestling, people. It's always going to be something from the past, something from the present, and what they think is the future. We agree, disagree, indifferent, however that goes. Hey, I'm an Apple guy. You may be an Android guy. Whatever the case may be, everyone's still happy. Or someone should still be happy. I'm just over the narrative. I'm over the asinineness. Just made that word up. I know it's not a word, okay? Okay? Asinineness of people, okay? Look what asinine means. I tried to make it plural, okay? But all you asinine individuals, okay? Out just like deer and deers. There's no such thing as deers. There's the deer in the field. That's not the deers over there. No, it's the deer are over there, okay? Okay? The flock of deer. But, okay, so you asinine people that think that, you know, no company, you know, whatever they do, they're just bad at doing it. You know what I mean? You're going to just shit on everything WWE does. You're AEW this. It's again, AEW and WWE fans have now become Apple and Android. Sony, PlayStation, and Xbox. Why are we beefing over something that's entertaining for everyone? Okay? You don't want to see the older guys? That's fine. But you cannot sit here and tell me if you're enjoying this product and this product gives you a nostalgic feeling, which they try to give you a lot. Okay, I will rest and admit they probably overdo the nostalgic stuff, okay? But it's there. It may not be for me, hey you, but it's there, Chris.
It is there, and the thing is, there are some legitimate critiques that you could make against WWE, but this whole notion that everything they do sucks and they're just the worst company in the history of civilization, I can't rock with that. Like, there's a compelling argument to be made that somewhere along the lines, when Rock left and Stone Cold left, they did not want a star on that level. And I think there's an argument to be made for that they don't want a star to reach that level again. They're operating from the NFL standpoint, meaning it doesn't matter who's in these jerseys, you're tuning in to see NFL football. And I think that's where they're coming from. They want to make the shield more important than the individuals. But hell, we're here now. Right. And it is what it is. And it's still Taker. It's still WrestleMania. So let's just rock with it. And they gave him a good opponent because, I mean, let's keep it $1.50. Taker hasn't had a good Mania match since CM Punk. And there's a lot of parallels between AJ Styles and CM Punk. The most meaning is a smaller guy that can fly around, that can bump around for Taker, sell his offense, make him look like $1 million, and drag him to a decent match. And then the added bonus of the boneyard, whatever the hell that means. But we'll see Saturday or Sunday, what that means.
Right.
So I'm intrigued by that. You know, shout out to Poppy. See, I'm very intrigued. So
you know what's funny to me? You always go, well, what match starts off Mania because that sets the tone, right? What's going to open up this non-WrestleMania that people believe they shouldn't be having? Okay, for what it's worth, I have to acknowledge that fan base, right? Of those fans who are like, why is this happening? They shouldn't have this WrestleMania. I kind of touched on it earlier, but again, I understand your concerns for having that, but I don't think we are one to judge. You know what I mean? I'm not at home working right now. Some people are out working right now. Some of us in America still need to work. Like he's saying, they're trying to make it like the NFL. Like I said, like the NBA, where if you think they can get LeBron out there to play, they would be playing regardless of the people in the building. They would be doing that. The NCAA was completely different. They were children. They were families. Okay, but the NBA can bring their 30 people in that building and play basketball, but they're not going to have that PR nightmare. This is different. They're individual contractors. Okay, if you will, so to speak. It's the same thing as with, I don't see nobody getting mad about UFC Magomedov not being able to come out of Russia and them having to cancel for the 5th time him and their fight. The UFC is going to make them fight. Boxing would make them box. It's still there. And let's be honest, guys. I said this as a sports fan. I know this is a Raw review show, but as a sports fan, being from Chicago, sorry, Cleveland, because no one ever said I'm going to Cleveland on vacation. They're moving up the 10-part documentary of The Last Dance, the story of the greatest dynasty in all of sports, Michael Jordan, the GOAT, Chicago Bulls. Okay? There's nothing they're giving you. They giving us Monday Night Football, home run derbies. You're rewatching stuff that you can go watch anywhere, people, but no one's bitching. No one's complaining. So I'm not going to bitch. I'm not going to complain that they're trying to put on a show. I'm not. I think I just fucking told them how I really felt, Chris. But... With all this being said, fans are actually talking about this, all right? Friend of the program, okay, my man Lewis has something to say. As I bring that up a little higher, I apologize, guys, with that one. Would be great time for the house show footage being taped with studio commentary. Things like that people can find out, and that's at my man at Jamal Lewis on Twitter. Things like that. That's what fans want to see. That's what people are excited about seeing. It's like something different. I'm okay, Chris, with seeing something different. And I'm okay with this. You said that they filmed how they filmed the Bullet Room Brawl, how they had you said it earlier with Mankind on the Sunday Night Heat thing with him and The Rock, with nobody in the building. It happens. There's times there's people not there. Give us entertainment. I'm here to be entertained. That entertained me with Taker and AJ. I'm entertained with the Edge and Orton. I was hyped for this match when I knew it was happening. And yeah, I know. I feel your pain, Chris, and other fans that, we're not going to hear the crowd bumps and the reactions from the crowd, and we need the reactions from the crowd to know that this is working. I've been watching matches, and again, I'm one of them guys. I've always been this way, Chris. I pay attention to like little details. You know, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time is Beautiful Bob Eaton.
Touche, one of the most underrated.
Beautiful Bob Eaton, Barry Windham. Those are some of my all-time great wrestlers. Okay, because they paid attention to detail. Arn Anderson, guys who pay attention to detail. Randy Orton's one of those guys. He pays attention to detail in wrestling, and to me, that's what makes Randy Orton great. So I don't think these professionals, these legends, these future Hall of Famers, Edge being a Hall of Famer, because they thought he would never wrestle again. Okay? Why take this from him? Yeah, he's not going to get that pop that he wanted to get from the WrestleMania crowd, but I saw the tears in his eyes, Chris, at Royal Rumble.
You know, it's funny. You bring up a really interesting point, man. You can tell the guys, since they've been doing these closed studio format shows, you can tell the difference. You can tell the guys that spent their formative years cutting their teats on the independents in front of, 5, 6, 7 people, as opposed to the guys and the girls that went straight to the performance center. And the only thing they know is the WWE way, which is to play for the cameras and whatnot. So that's been an interesting dichotomy for me, to just sit back and watch the different athletes and the ones that came up in the indies and the ones that, were integrated straight into the system. And that's how they learned. So that's been interesting to watch. You talk about what should open the 2-night Mania, too big for one night.
Yeah,
it's got to be Orton and Edge. You gotta get this thing up and running and off the ground. And this has been the best built feud this entire Mania season. It's got the most heat going into it, and it's literally two of the greatest. So they're going to deliver in the ring. They have good chemistry together. They're friends outside. They're going to deliver. And I think that's how you start it off. You got to start this thing off with a bang, and you got to hook people, because if you don't, that IWC, they're going to poo-poo on everything you bring.
They're going to poo-poo.
So you got to hook them early. You got to hook them early. You got to get them.
He said poo. You might as well said duty if that was going to be the case.
All right, well, they're going to shit on it. Is that better?
I personally like the word duty. I think it's funny when kids say he said duty. I'm sorry. I'm that kind of guy. Okay? I work for the world leader in entertainment. Okay? But I'm excited again, I can't keep saying that because I'd be lying. I'm intrigued for this man. You know what? I'm not going to lie. I think I am low-key excited for this WrestleMania because, again, it will be the most or one of the most talked about WrestleManias of all time, okay? Now, we're going to, so with that being, knowing the case, because where we stand in this world and how it's going to be talked about in this world because that's what we do. We have nothing to do but talk about shit and make memes about little kids and things like that. We're going to watch WrestleMania. It's going to be the most watched program. It's going to be the most number one trending program for both nights. It's going to deliver from the rating standpoint. Will it deliver on the boob tube? We shall find out. You know what I mean? But at the end of the night, I'll be drinking. And I'll be fine. I'll be watching with my kids, although we're not there in person to watch like we're supposed to be. And I think I still ultimately will enjoy WrestleMania. And if not, I'll come on here and tell you that I thought it was, duty. So,
bruh, I'm still butthurt. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. We had it all planned out. We had 100-level Mania seats. The hotel was booked. The flight was booked. We had Wale Mania tickets. We had scouted the area for restaurants in the Tampa area that we want to try. Shout out to Conan's Barbecue. I'm mad I ain't gonna get to taste you. Maybe one day it'll happen. So, yeah, this is devastating. Plus, I haven't been anywhere in 2 years. Last time I went somewhere, I was out in Arizona a couple of years ago. So this is going to be my first vacation in a long time. And the whole world is just grinded to a halt. So I'm still butthurt about not being able to be at Mania. It is what it is.
Yeah, again, with a tear in my eye, as Ric Flair would say. I mean, what are we going to do? Okay, so I know we're going to sit back, we're going to enjoy, we're going to talk about it, we're going to have a good time. But leading up to WrestleMania, the other matches that are still going to take place, because again, this being a go-home show, it's kind of a very hard show to review. Right, because they showed us the Becky Lynch triple threat match where she won the title against Ronda Rousey, and to me the greatest female wrestler of all time, Charlotte Flair. Okay,
you mispronounced Sasha Banks, but that's okay. Keep going.
Of all time, Charlotte Flair, the Queen. Okay, of all time. Okay, I'm gonna say of all time. Okay, it's what it is. It's her. Okay, Charlotte Flair. Okay, of all time. Just in case you thought you didn't know, I told you that she's the greatest female wrestler of all time, and to me, it's not even up for debate. Some argue was this the greatest female, most important, biggest female wrestling match of all time, being that it was at WrestleMania. I would like to say yes. I know the other consensus is no. It doesn't compare to Trish and Lita on Raw. Here's my take with that: Trish and Lita on Raw, for as big as it was, do you think that's not the nostalgic thing that people get mad about they're still trying to do today by showing that? Because if you look at it, females who had never main evented what is still called, well, should be called, I haven't heard them call it in a few years, but I still call it the granddaddy of them all, the showcase of the immortals, they main evented. And to me, that automatically makes it the number one women's match of all time.
So I'll play devil's advocate here. Obviously it's WrestleMania, so it's going to get bumped up some percentage points. But I will go back to actually my gal, the boss Sasha Banks versus Charlotte Flair.
Which one?
Main eventing Hell in a Cell.
To me, that is the greatest women's match of all time. Like, not the biggest though. I still think WrestleMania is bigger because it's WrestleMania.
Because it's Mania.
But to me, that's weird you say that because we didn't talk about that. That is literally my favorite women's wrestling match of all time. Is that Hell in a... You can watch that. That beats men. That has beat men matches, okay, in that ring. Okay, that is equivalent to what UFC just did with Joanna Jędrzejczyk and the Asian chick from a couple weeks ago when they beat the living shit out of each other. Okay, well, I can never date a female fighter because you come home looking like that, baby. I don't know how I can kiss your face while you're looking like Martin. I just can't do that. But continue. But so you put that as the bigger match though in the history of women's wrestling?
Well, first off, not only does that beat men, I'm pretty sure there were a lot of men that beat to that match, but that's neither here nor there. But I say that because...
I mean, it is Sasha Banks.
yeah. You about to get me in trouble. That's a whole...
That's you. Yeah. That's not me. Yeah. Amber.
You right.
That's not me.
Sometimes I got to learn how to STFU, man. I'm still trying to get that one down, but we'll get there one day.
Yeah.
But I say that match because... that was the precipice for the Mania match. That was kind of the litmus test to see if people will believe and buy into women being able to main event the pay-per-view. So I think without that match, that Mania match doesn't happen. Now, again, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
That match happens because of Ronda Rousey. Okay? That's why that match happened.
She was a big part, yes.
That's why that match happened.
Yes.
Because I personally, let's go back. Let's digress if we can. The man, as y'all refer to her as, shouldn't have been in that match in the first place. It was scheduled a year before, and it should have been still figured. It still should have happened, being the greatest female wrestler of all time, Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. The man cheated her way into that match. She lost the Royal Rumble match. Sorry, she didn't deserve to be there. I mean, she got pinned by Asuka, or she lost to Asuka. No, Rousey was the reason for the season.
But that was WWE placating their fans by putting her in there, and I thought WWE didn't listen to its fans.
Well, do they ever listen to us?
I mean, you can't destroy the narrative, the internet narrative.
Well, they only listened to us a handful times. So as I said that, I said, they gave us Daniel Bryan. They gave us Kofi. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I can't say they don't listen to us. You know what I mean? So they do when they have no choice, right? They listen to us when they have no choice. But, I mean, there's no way you're getting Ronda Rousey. For what it's worth, I love Ronda Rousey in the WWE ring. I thought, to me, she is the equivalent to, if she would have stayed longer and kept going, I saw her being and having the year Kurt Angle had when he came in. So to me, Ronda was that girl. She brought legitimacy to me, to these other girls, in a different way. You know what I mean? You could throw in any kind of gumbo you want to put in there. You want to put the Italian sausage. You need to, you know, you can put some people put pepperonis. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting pepperoni in gumbo, but I don't make gumbo either. But people who make gumbo, you put something in that shit, you mix it all up. That's Ronda Rousey. Okay? I think she has a little bit of everything in her, and I like that about Ronda Rousey. But all that still being said, that's the best females wrestling match of all time, because it took place at WrestleMania. The crowd, and again, you go back and watch the match. I watched it for a third time, as they're showing the greatest WrestleMania matches right now, which I don't know why. The one with Lesnar and Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns is here. I don't get.
No, 31?
No. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's the one where Seth is going to come out and win. That's a great ending. That's a great ending to WrestleMania when he cashed in his Money in the Bank. I apologize. What's going on, Corey out there? My kicks is my flicks on the Twitter. # the belt emperor. Okay, I'm just a king. He's the emperor. But again, another hard Raw to, break down. But I know why they gave us that match. They gave us that match. You can see where the man, Becky Lynch, is. And I love that she came out with that promo. And I loved that the Ace of Spades. And listen, let me go back. I liked her promo. People didn't like it. I think you said you didn't like it. Okay? I'm not a Becky Lynch guy. I was a Becky Lynch before she became the. I repeat that. I'm not the man guy. I'm a Becky Lynch guy. I'm girl. I'm not the man guy. I'm a Becky Lynch girl. Okay, the old Becky Lynch I would rock for, but her promo was good when she touched on you're gonna go right back to being in her shadows. They showed that match to set up that promo. This is why Raw was good. Everything was, the videos was good. The matches they showed, it told a story in video format that people may just say, they're re-showing the match. They showed certain matches for a reason. Well, except with the one with Brock Lesnar, and I don't get why they showed that. There was no payoff with Ray. That was no reason to do that whatsoever. But I'm cool with that, Chris.
It was mid. Like, I like the story they told, and I like how Shayna came out and snuffed her from behind. I like Becky Lynch as a wrestler. I didn't really get the man thing when it first popped off, but I rocked with it because I really dug the crowd reaction and how the crowd got behind it.
It's stupid, Chris. It's stupid.
But, yeah, she walks around with that face looking like somebody farted in her mouth. Like, I just,
No, look, I'm okay with the persona of what she's carrying. I get it. She's the bad. My problem with it is semantics, right? The semantics is that guys got mad that, help me, I'm not good with names. James Ellsworth helped in the ladder match, right? It was World War 18, right? In wrestling fans' minds, because James Ellsworth helped a woman win the first ladder match. It was all about women's this, women's this, women's this. But here comes this woman, this calling herself the man. That's what I don't like. That's why I can't mess with it.
That's funny. Amber hates that as well. She hates that man moniker also. That's funny. That doesn't bother me so much. It's just the whole persona. Like, it's not her. And it's like she's trying on somebody else's shoes and they don't quite fit. I get what they're going for, but it's just not connecting with me. And the title run, she's had some really great matches, but overall, it's been somewhat lackluster.
Yeah. I think so. Also because I think you're missing people like Sasha Banks. You're missing how good Bayley is. Charlotte Flair has no one to go against. They tried to push us on the Southern Belle, and that for some reason didn't work. You know what I mean? Alexa Bliss is, I don't know what her deal is. You know what I mean? She was there, and then she's there, she's not there, and she's like, oh, because she got the title, so it's different, and it's different in the women's division than it is in the men's division. But is she like the equivalent to almost, from how they not push her, Dolph Ziggler-ish? Because I'm a Dolph Ziggler guy. I got more Dolph Ziggler t-shirts than anybody in Dolph Ziggler existence. Okay? He's the most underrated wrestler in history.
That's interesting. I never heard that or thought about that comparison. My issue with Alexa, there's obviously room for her on the show. She's great on the mic. She's okay in the ring, but it's not believable to me that she's going to be out here beating people's asses. That's just not, unless she's going to cheat to win, or, Nikki's going to help her out and stuff like that. But yeah, just her being a badass, I'm not buying it, especially with some of the things that the women.
But isn't that when we suspend our beliefs as wrestling fans, or have wrestling fans forgot how to suspend their belief?
With her, I can't suspend my belief. She's too tiny. She doesn't look like an ass kicker. She doesn't look like she could beat anybody, and she doesn't.
I'm sorry.
Be different.
Do you see that ass?
Yes, I see it. It certainly has a place on television. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm more of a big booty Bayley guy myself, but there's certainly a place for her on television.
I'm just saying, it ain't her fault Amber Moon got hurt.
Touche.
And would they have still pushed Amber Moon?
No, you know that.
Was Nia supposed to come back for this WrestleMania? We don't know. All kind of things. You know what I mean? I think there is a place for her. Again, like you, I get what you're saying. She is tiny, so she doesn't maybe belong with the Sasha Bankses and the Becky Lynches, and she's had her time in there, and she belongs in this mid-card Dolph Ziggler kind of. She's had it, so they might push it. You never know, but normally they won't. She's just there for the match because I think she is a good performer in the ring, and I love her character. I'm one who thinks that Mella is money. Mella is not good in the ring, but everything else Carmella does is amazing. Okay, I'm sorry. She's not good in the ring to me at all. Okay, she still, I see her still sometimes still counting her steps, but in being entertaining and on that microphone, and I think Mella is definitely money. The end of Raw. Now moving forward, you have bring up the results for what we're gonna have for Raw, and then going into the WrestleMania for me, Chris.
All right, I got you. What you need?
We got you drinking the Red Cup Boys themselves. So what exactly is the tag team match again in totality? Matter of fact, just run down the WrestleMania matches for us real quick.
Oh, WrestleMania. Okay, we were talking Raw. Okay, keep talking.
Well, I'm talking while you talking, while you looking, while we talking about while we're talking about while you're looking. But again, follow us on Twitter at Mike Knoxxx Reacts. Follow us at The Real C Platt on Twitter. Also on Instagram, social media, wherever that's sold. This will be available for you in podcasts as well. Just coming back out there, guys. Haven't been here for a while. As the hashtag stay home for me, I take the hard as we are all home. We're all quarantined. We should be quarantined unless you have to go to work so we can be better America and come back to where we need to be and everything else. Enjoy some of these streaming movies that I'm absolutely pissed about because I'm an A-list member. So all these movies that I went and go and seen because I have an A-list member are now available for $20, which actually I still came out cheaper than you buying it because my A-list is only $23 to go see a movie 3 times a week and you paying $20 to go see one movie. Yeah, I still came out better. And I get concession. Yeah, okay, but I'm okay with them putting these movies also on streaming. Chris, you got the WrestleMania?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Where do you want to start? You want to start with the Brawl Tag Team title match?
Yes.
All right, so we've got the Street Profits, the Red Cup Boys. Shout out.
I ain't got a red cup right now. There you go. Okay, there you go. I love those No Limit shirts too, by the way.
Yeah.
I love those No Limit shirts.
Versus Angel Garza, and because Andrade, they're saying he's got a rib injury. I don't know if it's Rona or ribs, but either way, he ain't gonna be at Mania.
Okay.
So Angel Garza and Austin Theory of all people. And I say that with question mark.
I saw that too, and Andrade not being there. I know, speaking to a friend of the program, my man Dice Man, he said he didn't understand why they were even having this tag team match. It just came out of nowhere. And my thing was they had to start somewhere. And they've been hot together, individually and to get collectively with Selena Vega's team, to me, which is the hottest woman in wrestling next to Charlie, of course, Caruso. She's the hottest, and then comes Selena Vega by far. Shout out to Yeah, you know your name. How'd you get her? We will never know. I'm knocking on the door, Alistair. I'm knocking. But that's your wife. I digress.
Don't hate, man.
I digress. But I'm loving Street Profits. I don't want to start the whole conversation of who's better right now, but you got to start somewhere. I think Street Profits are very good performers in the ring. I can see this being a good match as well. And then how it's leading up on Raw. Okay, we've had some non-interesting stories to get there, but I thought they tried to get there last night by having them all in the ring together.
You know, I feel bad for people like the Street Profits and like the delicious Rhea Ripley, some of these talents that this is their debut WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know, that I feel bad for them.
Yeah.
Even like a Drew McIntyre, which this was supposed to be his formation. I feel bad for those talents. I really do.
This is why we say they should have canceled WrestleMania. I think we're all in favor of WrestleMania should have been canceled. I don't think no one says, you know, although I've said the show must go on, fans are saying the show shouldn't go on. Okay, the show should have definitely been canceled. Why not just postpone all this? You know, refund the money for WrestleMania. You miss on that bank. You miss on that cancel. But make WrestleMania too big for one night. Truly, by making it a SummerSlam, the biggest summer of them all, a WrestleMania, you know, a Mania SummerSlam. However you want to, you know, put that together and be that wordsmith. But postpone it to then. Everybody's healthy, hopefully, and you have the biggest show of the summer. It's always been called the biggest show of the summer. Let's truly make it the most memorable, biggest show of the summer by mixing in, if you could, that Mania and SummerSlam.
I could dig it. You could do the Hall of Fame. We could have some NXT action going on. Yeah, which that's probably what they're looking at anyway. SummerSlam is going to be uber huge this year, I believe. You know, once they get back from the Jam and the Sand, if they're even still going to do that. But moving right along on the card, so now we've got the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, which was initially Miz, Morrison, the Usos, and the New Day in a ladder match.
Usos! Sorry, got my shirt.
No worries. Now, if you listen to sources such as PW Insider or even Uncle Dave Meltzer, there was some sort of issue with the Miz. It's weird. They won't say people have the Rona. They'll just say they're sick or they're in quarantine, but whatever that's about. So Miz is out of the match, and what I'm hearing is that this is actually going to be a singles ladder match with Morrison, one of the Usos, and one of the members of the New Day.
Okay. So, again, just putting on a show. Okay, and again, this is why we say there shouldn't be a show, but there will be a show. I will watch it. I will see. We will sit back. We'll be intrigued. We're going to, as I like to say, put a quarter in the meter right there and pick up on Mania after Mania because I want to continue the Raw, where Raw was, where it ended, how we felt about it. We've done that. We said that. We've given you much more about what's going to happen. But Mania will take place. We will see it. Chris will watch it. I will watch it. You will watch it. Say what you want to say, but you will watch it. And we will revisit how good, how bad, how very bad, or how trash it really was. I don't think it can be great. Great will not be this year's WrestleMania. But I think it can be good. I think they are the entertainment leader of the world. I think every sports professional, you know, wants to be them in a sense of how they market and how they produce shows and what they can do to produce things. I think everybody takes UFC, everybody takes a book, boxing out of the World Wrestling Federation, or WWE, if you will. I said World Wrestling Federation. That's because it's what it will always be to me. Sorry, animal lovers. But overall, I would give Raw a 3 out of 5. My favorite belt of all time. NWA television titles, the red belt, Arn Anderson Moore. And here's why. They told a story. They're moving forward, despite what the world is living in, despite the COVID-19, which is very important right now, despite, as the hashtag stay safe will be, they're giving us something. And they're trying. And it's better than nothing. So it's something to watch on TV. It's why I'm giving the TV title, because it's on TV. I didn't have to go watch Love and Hip Hop and watch girls' mascaras run so bad they turn 3 different colors. I'm sorry. Who cares about Cardi B at this point crying about not going to court? I'm sorry, baby. I know. That's your show. I'm almost done. I know that's your show. But I can only watch so much makeup run down these fake booty Judy's bodies. I'm just saying. But overall, I gave it 3 out of 5 NWA TV titles. But yourself, Chris?
I could smoke a bag of that, man. I'll go 3 out of 5, just to be a contrarian. Intercontinental title belts, the old '90s Mr. Perfect. No, the Ultimate Warrior one with the different color straps. I'll go that.
So that
it wasn't
that yellow one right there.
That yellow one right back there, yes, sir.
Okay, look at that.
Yeah, it wasn't the best Raw in the history of Raws, but they did tell the story. You know, they did what they had to do to hype Mania matches coming from Raw, and it worked. And we talked about this on part 1 of this show, man, how, you know, these empty studio shows, man, and we're of that age where growing up, this was the wrestling that we watched. Like, this is what it was. You got 2 or 3 squash matches, you got a competitive main event, and then you just got some fire-ass promos.
Yeah, you could pipe in some crowd noise. You know, they would have maybe about 30 people in those NWA TV, you know, stadiums at that point on that one side of the stage. And, you know, that's what it was. But I think somehow, some way, they're going to find a law loophole in their own private building after testing and do this. You know what I mean? I think we're going to be surprised at WrestleMania. I really believe that. If I'm wrong, so be it. And can I actually say this? Was this Go Home Raw show even better than, say, the other shows they've been having? I've liked the promos from Cena and the Fiend Bray Wyatt, without the crowd. I like the promo that Roman Reigns took before we know he's not going to be there now when the crowd wasn't there. It's something that's different about it. I can hear them get it out. I can see them get it out without them being booed for no reason and things like that. So again, very intrigued for what this Mania will be. Raw, it was what it was. I got something to watch. It's okay. We're back. We're talking. We have nothing else to do, so we're going to talk. All right, so with that being said, guys, we're going to get up out of here. Look for this show on YouTube, on the podcast, BDSIR Network.com, also on Fox Sports Radio 1340am.com and Fox Sports Radio 96.9 FM, and also hashtag The Chair Shot, use your head. Make sure you go ahead and follow them as well on the Twitter. Also, guys, that is Chris Pratt. I am Mike Knoxxx, and as I always say, do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me. And don't love God. That's crazy, y'all. We out of here, y'all. Peace.